Welcome to episode 421 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
We're back with tech and gaming episode this week. What have you been up to, Stuart?
Well, I've really only been playing one thing, and that's been Apex. That's it. That's all I've been doing. Just Apex. The season 8 is coming to a close, this coming Tuesday. So, I have now done all of the weekly challenges, which I'm happy that I did that. And that's kind of surprising because I'm like, I just started playing this like 2 weeks ago, and I'm done. I've done everything, and I'm level 80 on the battle pass, meaning I can't finish this. There's no possible way to finish this battle pass because I'm definitely not going to pay $20 to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. The only thing I was looking at the battle pass, the only thing on the later levels that I'm kind of upset about is that repeater skin looks really good.
Repeater skin, I gotta look at it.
It's like gold, and it looks really nice. Like the longbow skins that are the final two ones, I don't really care about, but yeah, that repeater looks pretty good. And I kind of like the repeater.
I don't. That's a weapon that I will not pick up usually. Just because I can't hit a damn thing with it. That's kind of it. I can't hit anything with it. I can hit them just fine in the shooting range, but I can't. I cannot.
Yeah, I like what the weapon is. I'm not saying I'm great with it. I definitely will have to play with it more and get better with it. But I like the idea of the weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
But.
I'm still trying to look it up because I cannot find anything on what was. Let's see, weapon skin.
It was I think it was like 99, tier 99 on the battle pass.
I was okay. I see it. That's not a bad skin. That's not a bad skin. It looks
pretty good, yeah. All things considering, Apex skins and all. That's a really good one.
Only purple in the entire battle pass on weapon skins.
Oh, really? Wow.
All the others are blue. Except for, the end. And of course the first weapon. The first unlock you get, and then the last one are the only two golds. But all the others are blue.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's not a whole lot that I looked at that I'm like, I'm upset I won't have this,
I finally got skydiving emotes. I was thinking there was only one in the battle pass, and I wasn't looking far enough ahead. But there was a lifeline one, Pathfinder, Fuse, Wraith, and Horizon.
Oh, there's a lot then. Yeah. Okay.
I got the Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Wraith ones. So, but I got Pathfinder. I'm happy. I got a Pathfinder emote.
Yeah. I've been seeing people play Apex lately. Like
I I feel like season 9. I don't know. Just maybe it's because I'm playing again. Like I feel like a lot of people are around playing Apex again. Because like there was a lot of rumors that season 9 is gonna have some tie-in with Titanfall 2. We now know what that is. I guess I can kind of go into the news a little bit because we're talking about it. We know quite a bit about season 9 now. New character is Valkyrie, who is the daughter of one of the villains in Titanfall 2. And like her abilities are kind of based off of the North Star Titan, which was the Titan in Titanfall 2 that could fly. So she can fly basically. Like she's got like VTOL jets on her back, and her passive is to fly. Literally, you hold down the jump button and she flies. Her tactical is she shoots down like a grid of rockets that does some damage and can stun you. And her ultimate is she basically becomes a mobile redeploy balloon. She charges up her pack. Our teammates can grab on, and you guys shoot up in the air, and you can redeploy anywhere. So, honestly, that her passive, her flight thing, it sounds a little OP to me. Like knowing
it depends on how it works though. Like if you're the stamina behind it, how much you can actually do
there's quite a
at
bit
once.
from the images from the videos that I've seen. It's not just a little. No, you can straight up just get up over shit and hover.
Yeah. But it's also like, hey, you're in the air and everyone can see you and shoot you. Also,
yeah, that doesn't. Knowing the meta right now with Horizon, that doesn't do anything. No, in fact, that's an advantage for you, is being up in the air because then nobody can hit you. Because people suck at shooting these things in the sky.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's better to be OP at the beginning and then tweak down than to be just come out and just be horrible like what's his face?
Rampart and Fuse. Yeah, they were
fused.
They were weak at beginning, and I'm pretty sure they gave up on trying to get Rampart to a good place, but they're still trying with Fuse. Yeah, I don't know. The only kind of good thing I can see like that nerfs her is while you are hovering, while you're going up in the air, you cannot shoot. So that's a good thing. But I don't know. I can see her just dominating the new mode, the new permanent mode that they're coming out with called Arena. That they kind of teased at the end of a couple weeks ago, which we now know what Arena is. It's a 3v3 round based game, kind of like Counter-Strike or Valorant. It's you use credits that you earn in the last round to buy weapons or armor or your abilities or anything like that. Like it is straight like that is a new game completely. So that's going to be interesting. And if you completed the teaser that they had, then you got a little badge and that badge is actually going to evolve into a rank badge, a cooler looking rank badge than people who did not complete the teaser. So, and I still think you can complete the teaser before season 9 starts. So, if you haven't done it, I recommend you do it if you want the cool badge. Which will you've done it. You just need to complete it. You've done the challenge. You just need to actually go in and do the thing to get the badge. Which it'll take you longer to load Apex than it will be to complete it, because it's super quick.
It's in the firing range, right?
Yeah. You just go to the firing range.
Okay.
A drop ship comes down, takes you somewhere. You walk up a ramp, and Ash says, "Welcome, and prove yourself in the arena." Done. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, that mode, because some of the maps in this new mode are based off of the maps, in the battle royale version, but some maps are actually completely new. They're completely new maps. So, let's see. The new weapon this season is a freaking bow and arrow. They're adding a new weapon type called precision, or no, marksman. It'll be the bow, this bow, the 30-30 repeater, and the G7 will fall under this. And the bow also has its own ammo type as well. Because after you shoot it, if you miss, the arrows will be on the ground. You can just pick up the arrows. If you kill somebody with it, then the arrows that you killed them with will be in their death box. So, as long as you actually do kill the person, or don't shoot the arrows off a cliff, you'll get them back.
Okay.
It's got two hop ups, two new hop ups. I'm trying to find the names of them. Shattercaps and Deadeye's Tempo. Shattercaps basically turns it into a shotgun, like it just fires multiple arrows. The 30-30 repeater could also use that hop up, and Deadeye's Tempo allows you to shoot faster, which the Sentinel can also use that. I think this next thing, I think, is the biggest change, like, in Apex, that they've done. Starter kits. People will now drop with starter kits. You will drop with a white shield, a white knockdown shield, a white helmet, 2 syringes, and 2 shield cells. And they're basically getting rid of the knockdown shield and helmet on the ground completely, and severely reducing the white knockdown shield from the loot pool, which I think they could get rid of it, because hey, you're dropping with one.
Yeah, that's true.
And I know nobody who goes, well, I've leveled up this shield to red, I might as well pick up another one and start again. Nope, nobody does that.
No, but like, if you're like, I could devil's advocate, if you have a white armor and you get shot and it gets depleted,
shield switching.
You could pick up another one, and
yeah, I could
see that. But
yes, and I think
if the shield is out of the loot pool, that means like blues will probably be more more populated, right? As replacements,
I
in theory.
in not just as they'll be more often, and I think
Yeah.
that's going to be the case anyway. We're gonna get blue shields a little bit more often, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
They're also reducing the amount of syringes and shield cells a little bit, not much. But yeah, I think that's, dropping with white shields. I think that's great. I mean, my favorite mode from the war games that they just ended last week. My favorite one was called Shield Regen, which you dropped with a white shield, and every time you were cracked, as long as you weren't hit for a certain amount of time, that shield came back. And I loved that mode. That was a fun mode. I played a lot more offensively during that time. And then when I played again after the fact and realized, like, oh no, I don't have a white shield anymore, I started dropping a lot. For some reason, I don't know.
People have been asking that for a lot. Like, let us drop with, at least just white armor and maybe a pistol or, just
P2020.
something, Yeah, people have been asking for those two things. So,
Well, it's kind of speaking of the
would say
P2020,
no
that's getting a buff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the P2020 and the Mozambique are both getting buffs. Because the hop up for those, the hammer point is actually coming out of the loot pool. So they're getting a buff to make them a little bit better without the hop up. What were you saying?
I don't even remember.
They're also,
I don't see them. Real quick, I don't see them allowing you to drop with weapons because you could, in theory, kill people while you're floating in the air.
I mean, you can in Warzone, and that's fun in Warzone. Just as you're dropping, just popping off as you're dropping. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. But I don't know. I see people complaining, but we'll see. We'll see. At least the starter kit is nice.
Yes.
It definitely will be nice and kind of help people out a bit. Like it will potentially give people that extra time to maybe find a weapon if they land and they're being shot at. They'll have that little extra armor to help them out
with the shield regen stuff. I can tell you, and if you find a shit weapon, you're still out of luck.
Yeah. So what?
They're adding ground emotes now. So emotes that you can actually use on the ground, and everybody gets one to start with. You don't have to unlock them like you did the skydiving emotes.
I like the Loba one. I'm so glad. It's so good.
She just plays golf with Revenant's head.
It's so good. Yeah.
I actually found the Bloodhound one kind of funny, because I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting that one to be funny.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
But yeah, get emotes, and yeah, you see yourself in third person, but they thought of people using this to peek corners, and there's an anti-peek system.
That's been a thing in Destiny for a while. It's called 3 peeking, because you're third person.
Third person.
It's been an issue in Destiny for the longest time. People have hated it because, multiplayer, you're able to You know, you essentially you're able to not have to risk, peeking out and being shot. You're
Mm-hmm.
able to do it and get rewarded for no risk at all, which is not, it's not how the multiplayer should work. And Destiny is I think within the next upcoming season they're gonna actually address it to where you can't like emote in game or emote in PvP and all that, but this is all PvP, so it's
Right.
good that they're, you know,
There.
maybe that's also a reason why they waited to do emotes until they could figure out a
Right.
way against this,
That's
because
completely
games like
possible.
Destiny have been suffering from it.
That's completely possible. They're kind
Because it
of
felt weird why they didn't have emotes,
a little bit. Their thing is like you can't see anybody that you can't see in first person. So um that's their kind of workaround, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. We have only seen a couple of the character emotes. We've seen Fuse, Bloodhound. We saw Loba. Who else did we see?
Watson and
Watson.
but who's the
Crypto.
drone guy? Crypto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We saw theirs. Um. Okay. Updates to Legends. They're getting rid of low profile that whole thing completely now. They took Pathfinder out. Now they're taking Wraith, Lifeline, and Watson out. So now the only thing is the high profile, which is just Gibraltar and Caustic. Um, Lifeline's getting a bit of a
Thick
nerf.
boys.
Yeah, Lifeline's getting a bit of a nerf. There will be
Really?
no
That's
shield,
upsetting.
no shield rev, or no rev shield. The shield she puts that she's put up since season zero, that's gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she can still revive two people at once using the drone and then herself. So that's still a thing.
Yeah.
But the shield that protected the person
Boy.
getting up no longer has
Yeah.
that shield. And
That shield has saved us so many times.
it saved
I
a lot
feel
of
like.
people. And it
Yeah.
is maybe a bit OP because of that. Um, and to kind of counteract that though, her healing drone is actually getting a bit of a buff. It heals
Oh yeah, that's a
faster.
big buff.
It heals faster, and it starts faster. So like there was a time limit, like it's deployed, then it starts to heal. That's actually been that the time between the deployment and then healing has been reduced. And her care package cooldown has been reduced by a minute.
Okay. She's not too many like nerfs. That healing drone, like from 5 HP to 8, that's a pretty big
That's big.
buff. That's like what, 60% increase?
Sounds right. I can't do head math, so don't ask me to do head math.
Because like 2.5 would be 50%, and yeah, something like that. Yeah.
See, it also
So
now see the care package now guarantees an upgrade in three possible categories: body shield, other equipment, meaning helmet, backpack, or knockdown shield, weapon attachments, based off of what your team is carrying. So there will be an upgrade for somebody.
Interesting. Okay. I like that it's based on the team, because like,
Right.
and not just like the player. Yeah. Okay. Well, the lifeline herself. Yeah. Okay. This is not a bad change. Not bad changes. she's still definitely going to be a, a main go-to for a lot of people.
For some, yeah.
This isn't changing that.
I'd like Octane's change. His stem has been reduced from a 4-second cooldown to a 1-second cooldown. So Octane's going to be using his boost a lot. But
it costs more health.
It costs more health to use, and his bullet spray.
It's a risk
when he jumps off his launch pad is increased as well. So the spread of his bullets will do. Going real quick. With Valkyrie, somebody on Reddit figured this out. Like Octane, his ultimate was a better jump. Horizon, her Q ability was a better jump. Valkyrie, her passive is a better jump. So that I kind of found that funny. Your girl Loba is getting a buff.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Her bracelet. They said they fixed it now, but how many times have they said they fixed it? But
because when we were playing, I was like, why is my bracelet not working? Why is it,
right?
I know that's a safe area. I threw it. I think someone was like, oh, you can't throw it in non-safe. I'm like, I know it's a safe area that I threw it in. Why is it,
right? What? But they said they fixed it now. But you can now slide at full speed while you aim the bracelet, and when you come out, you no longer slowed. When you come out of it,
that's so nice. Yeah.
But her black market has been increased again. Like, there's been a lot of times that black market gets increased.
They decreased it at first, or
it was always been an increase. Because at first, I want to say it was 30 seconds. Then it got raised to 60. Then it was 90. Now it's 120.
I feel like they made it to where you were able. Originally, they kept buffing it, and then I guess since I've stopped playing, maybe it's been increased. Because I remember it was like, oh yeah, you land and it's like 50%, and it's real quick to because you land and you're pretty quickly you have it. Or that's how it used to be, anyways. So that's 2 minutes is.
2 minutes.
Like, that's bad. That's bad. Like, you're gonna be like, by the time you're only gonna be able to use it like once, maybe twice, because by the time anything else, you'll be in game where you don't want to use it, because it'll give away your position and
yeah.
So that's kind of rough. Hopefully hopefully they'll eventually revert that back, maybe, but I didn't even realize it was that high to begin with. But
yeah,
wow.
Horizon got a nerf, which she needed a nerf. She now goes up her lift 30% slower. Her side to side movement has been reduced. And you can only stay on top of the grav lift for 2 seconds. And the cooldown for that has been increased by 5 seconds. And also, it will now be zapped by Watson.
Her pylons, yeah. Okay, that's good. It's nice.
The others are just kind of short, kind of things. Fuse's knuckle cluster now has 2 stacks and has been reduced by 5 seconds. They wanted to buff him because he's never being used. Bangalore smoke is now thicker. Bloodhound no longer receives assists from Eyes of the Allfather, which that sucks because boy did that help you get challenges done. Crypto can now scan and open care packages, and his
That
drone
seems pretty crazy.
can no
Mm.
longer hijack a respawn beacon that's already in use. Uh, Quickly on the weapon stuff. They changing out golds, of course. They see wingman, the bow, which is called the Bosic, I think it's called. R99, Hemlock, and Sentinel are now gold, and then everything else that was used to be gold has now been removed.
I like the changes they made with the gold weapons, where you can change out the sights.
Yeah, they did that a couple seasons ago. Yeah, that was a good change.
Yeah, I don't remember that from last. I don't think that was there last time I really played. So,
although I wish though, when you picked up a gold weapon or a crate weapon, the sight that was on that weapon is still on that weapon. Because I can tell how many times I've picked up a prowler and there was no sights, and I forgot to grab it, and then I'm in a fight, like, oh shit, I'm now using iron sights on this thing.
You got to get that prowler skin where it makes the iron sights look like a one-time HCOC.
Except I wanted the sight that came with it. I wanted the gold sight. I wanted that one.
Yeah.
But of course, and the weapon that I was just holding has now been put into that crate along with the sight that I was using on that weapon. Like,
frustrating.
I'm now short a sight. Speaking of crate weapons, Peacekeeper is now floor loot, and Triple Take is now crate loot, which that sucks. Well, for the Triple Take, because
you love you Triple Take.
That was the only sniper I can use. That's like that's how I completed the sniper challenges, was using the Triple Take. But Peacekeeper is now back on the floor, so that's good, and it's been nerfed accordingly. And the Triple Take is buffed. And I do like the changes that they're keeping with both of these. That the hop up, what was the hop up called? The precision choke is just a permanent thing on those weapons.
Oh yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah.
They made the Havoc suck worse, which I didn't think that was possible. They increased the recoil when you first fire the damn weapon, meaning, when nothing happens.
God,
that recoil is now worse. When you press the trigger and then nothing happens forever. Yeah, that's worse now. So I don't know. Oh no, they increased the recoil controllability, so they made it. This still sucks. That weapon still sucks. I still hate that weapon.
I know you do.
But they reduced the recoil controllability of the Spitfire. That does suck. Early in its pattern. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling through a lot of these. I'm not going to say all of them. Mozambique got a buff.
Crap. Yeah. 4-6 magazine. Wow.
Yeah, and its lower 2 pellets are now pushed inward. So,
that might be usable. Like, I mean,
it's slowly getting
early on, anyways.
Getting to like, this might not be absolute shit at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So if you pick it up,
you still have to be able to hit anything.
Defend yourself. Yeah. I've died so many times where it's like Mozambique, and I hit all 3. I hit all 3 shots back, and it was just 3, and then it's like, nope, and then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
But having 6 now, that's nice. Yeah.
Some quality of life changes. You can now filter like badges and stuff by unlocked only. So like if you have like, oh, I just unlocked a new character and I have no badges, let me only show me the ones I have available to me. So that's cool.
Okay.
One awesome thing is when you're looting a death box now, you can now see your teammates' health bars. So you can easily
That's
see
nice.
them
Yeah.
getting hit. See, you can favorite challenges in the challenge menu, so it'll show up on that front screen. And
Oh, great. Yeah.
I swear they did this before, and apparently they got rid of it. But you get a free re-roll a day of a challenge.
Yeah. I don't remember that being a thing. Yeah.
I
but
thought at the very beginning when like they introduced challenges, you got a free re-roll.
yeah. As far as I remember, it's always costly. It was a little bit, but
Yeah,
the credits, the red material you get from packs, right, and leveling up.
which are slowly becoming useless. Like they're more
I mean,
and more useless because hey, here's the thing: you can't even buy the reskins from the store anymore using those credits.
oh wow.
They got rid of that. Now now they want you to pay $20 for the legendary reskins. You know, just like you know the other legendary which you know, hey, fuck you on your store. Your store is slowly getting worse.
So if you don't have the first item, you have to buy that in order to buy the reskin.
No,
or the alternate.
No, it's just now a blank thing. It's just now a hey, there's this skin, this skin, this skin, this skin. $20, please. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've definitely discussed the way they microtransaction is just the worst. It's one of the worst.
It is. It is terrible.
And it's gotten worse. That's the craziest part.
Yes. It has.
Like I would love for it to be what it used to be.
Right.
But oh well.
While we're still with Apex, there is even more Apex news. Apex Legends Mobile has been in beta for a little while now. I've seen some videos. Oh no. It's awful. It's bad. It's real bad. See, for one, it's third person. So there's that. But you can choose first person if you want to halve your frame rate, which, hey, half of 15 is not great.
Wow.
It's supposed to be 30. It's supposed to be 30, but it's not.
So it's separate?
There's no way mobile can hang with PC and consoles. No way.
Yeah. What's the point then? Like, why are they doing this?
More people. More people.
I guess, but if it's not gonna work right, you
know, it's only the beta. This is only beta, and this is only the first week of the beta. Graphics are PUBG level. Like you remember landing in PUBG and like, I think this is a building, but this is just a big old mass of just a polygon. Yeah, that's what the graphics are right now. For the most part. And the video that I watched, Caustic, Caustic's ability just lags people out, and just it's just a big old lag machine that can easily get you kills.
Yeah, I don't get like I don't know. I don't understand like why it's this
Well,
difficult for them to get it right. Because Fortnite, their mobile version works.
but
It
that's what
works.
that's Fortnite though. This is
Yeah,
it's a different company, different team, different people.
that's true. Yeah. Was it Call of Duty mobile? Those that works, right?
Eh,
Doesn't it?
eh, it's not perfect. Um, but if they fix the frame rate issues and they fix the graphical issues, this could be absolutely fine.
If they fix all the issues, then yes,
I
it'll be
mean,
fine.
to be honest, I just named two, and those were like the biggest things.
Yeah, definitely the biggest things. And it not being crossplay, that's
Don't ever make that crossplay. Never make this crossplay. That's what I'm saying. Do not make this crossplay ever.
I mean, if it works, if they get it to where it works, then sure, it allows people to play,
The amount of aim assist that you need on mobile is insane. Like how Fortnite does it and makes it competitive, I don't know. But like,
yeah, I don't know either.
because yeah, I played, I played Call of Duty Mobile, and like, there's no way I could hit anything if I was on the same level of aim assist as a console, even. Like,
I don't play. I plan on playing this on mobile. Like,
I'll
if I
I
had
will
to
check it
play
out when it's
Apex
officially
on mobile,
released. I'll check it out when it's officially
yeah.
released.
If for some reason I had to play on mobile because my computer or Xbox wasn't working, I would use Nvidia GeForce and just stream that. If that's available, I don't know if if Apex is available on GeForce or
I
not.
don't think you'd want to do that though. The the
I'm
the,
saying if I had
the
to,
lag you'd
I
get
don't want to
would be
anyways.
unplayable. I think you just go, this lag isn't worth it.
I've played games on GeForce, the
Competitive
GeForce
shooters?
experience or whatever. Yeah, I played like Destiny and there was something else. Yeah, I played some stuff and it works for the most part. Like,
Uh,
well, it works a lot better than like a crappy mobile version. But
I
I
would
got a computer, so
I would
I
just
don't
take
need to
neither.
worry about it.
I would take neither
Yes, that's
in
what
that
I'm
case.
saying. Yeah, I've got a computer.
I
I don't
don't
have to worry about it.
if I had the option of mobile or GeForce Now, I'd go, I wonder what's outside. I'd rather do
Oh,
neither.
don't go too far. Or
I'd
don't go
rather
too
do
crazy there.
I'd rather do neither. Like,
Yeah. I don't even want to play games on my Xbox One, let alone, you know, let alone mobile. Yeah.
God, I can't tell you the last time I turned on
So
the Xbox. Ooh. Um,
it's my media device. That's it.
mm, not even that for me. So, but yeah, Apex. What have you been up to?
I've played pretty much more of the same stuff. I did play a little Apex since we last talked, not too much. I played with you and Pants of Steve once.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played another time when D&D was canceled.
That was the time when D&D was canceled.
Oh, it was at the same time?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that was our backup. Like we had said, like the night before, we were like, "Oh, D&D's canceled. Let's just play Apex," and it got canceled. So we played Apex.
Yeah, and I tried to stream it, and I think I realized what my issue was. It had been so long since I've streamed a game, I forgot. Oh yeah, I should have been in admin mode when I streamed. That may have helped
Oh yeah,
those frames.
yeah.
So I plan on streaming again, and this time in admin mode. So hopefully that's fixed.
Yeah, I definitely want to play more Apex. I've been seeing people play it. You're playing it, of course. I don't think Pencil Steve's gonna be playing it anymore because in a week or a week and a half, the new season of Destiny will come out, and he'll be playing that probably and complaining about that. I don't know if he likes Destiny or not, to be honest. Like, I've had this conversation with someone with another friend of ours, his and mine, and we're like, we don't. Does he even like Destiny? Like with all the complaining he does? But anyways,
he
I
plays
saw
it to
last
complain.
night. I saw last night Josiah and Alex were playing it.
Really?
Yeah,
Josiah was online doing a thing? That's insane.
It was either last night or the night before. I can't remember, but it was one. It was one night in the past 2 nights. Yeah, they were on, and I'm like, oh wow. And I know Thadios also plays it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But so yeah, I'm interested in this new season. Arenas seems interesting. Seems like a nice maybe.
It's
It
a
just
change.
depends on how it works. Yeah.
It's a change, and it's like I don't have enough time, or I really want to spend time with an entire battle royale, but I still want to play. Well, a quick game of arena could help that.
And do we know, are you going to be able to complete challenges in Arena?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes, there will be
Okay.
They'll be separate. They will be separate.
Okay. Nice.
Battle royale and arena challenges are separate, and you can, when you re-roll a challenge, you can choose whether it's an arena challenge or a battle royale
Oh, that's
challenge.
nice. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's potentially. Are they taking away challenges or just adding challenges?
They would have to be like removing half of them, because I can't see them adding more, because then that just gives people an easier chance to complete the battle pass, which they don't want. They don't want.
That's where I was.
They don't
going
want
with
people
that,
to complete the battle pass
that,
because then they won't buy the next one.
Yeah,
that's just marketing.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of. I think I may. It'll be. I think it'll be one of my go-to games when season 9 drops.
Mm-hmm.
I need to jump in before then so I can get, used to it again and more familiar and whatnot.
Right.
What else? Destiny. Well, yeah. Letting on. They've got their Guardian Games event where it's like you do the same content. It's always the same content. But you earn reputation or whatever. You earn medals, and then you throw them in this thing. You deposit in this thing, and it's the 3 classes: Titan, Warlock, and Hunters are competing. And I really don't care about that. Like, I'm only doing the bare minimum stuff so I can unlock like the shaders or the cosmetics you can get for free, and that's it. I don't care who wins. Like, and it's like whoever, depending on the places too, like the class items you get, because you have to get a class item from, whatever lady who does the events, that pops out only for the events. You get a class item and you wear it, and that triggers the stuff you earn happening, whatever. But that'll like change from like bronze, silver, and gold depending on place. So it's I don't really care. I don't care who wins.
I have a
there's some
question.
people who are like,
Do
oh
you
yeah,
like Destiny?
I like the shooting, but I don't like the fact that there's not really much content. Next season though, they are bringing back the very first raid from D1, so that's gonna be fun. They're making changes.
Still
and
not
stuff
new
to
content, but old content.
Well, they're making changes to it. They're like revamping it. You know, it's like a, you know, they're. I don't know. It's I like the raid, so I look forward to playing through it. You know, it's more stuff to do, but I'm also going to be playing Apex, so that'll be fun as well. But yeah, moving on. More Loop Hero. I really like that. I've been saying that's my go-to game for when I'm like watching YouTube videos or something, just videos. Loop Hero is just good because the fact that you don't have to like focus on it 100% because it is just, you know, if when you get a new piece of item, you can quickly see, do I want to equip it or not? Okay, no, and then you just let your character run the loop and fight because you don't have to. You can't control the fighting or the movement. You can just either pause. You pause and then you can manage your loot that you've gotten. You can equip it or whatever, and then you just let it just go automatically. That's been like my go-to like game in the background while I'm watching anime or YouTube videos or whatever. I did, however, recently I've been having issues with my PC.
Right.
Where
you dropped out last week in the middle of the show.
Yeah. And it happened a couple different times where my PC just like froze. It just crashed, but it was frozen.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't shut off, but it was frozen, and it was just pretty much it was just you might as well just shut down. Doing a lot of troubleshooting and a lot of looking at this, looking at that. Seems like my CPU cooler fan, whatever, was broken and not working right.
You kind of need that.
And I got a replacement. It wasn't anything fancy. It was kind of a little cheap. It was rather on the cheap side. But there was a lot of good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So it was okay. It was like 4.5 out of 5 stars, and so I was like, okay, I looked at a lot of reviews, a lot of recent reviews, stuff like that. Did my homework, picked it out. It was a little difficult to put together, because you needed to, you needed to set up a bracket on it and all this and that, and
right.
It was a little inconvenient, but to put together. But once I did, it's been running great. Oh my god!
It's inconvenient when there's stuff on the board. When there's nothing on the board, it's easy to put it on.
Oh yeah. But I have it running. It's been great. Like my temperatures have been amazing.
What you want?
It apparently. Oh, what?
I said
what were you saying?
That's what you want.
Yeah, like right now it's at 44 44 Celsius. And before it would have been at like 70 something.
That's hot.
Yeah. Like when I would be playing a game or whatever, it would be at like when I actually looked at it, after experiencing the issues and stuff, it would be at like 80 something, and now when I'm gaming, it's at like 60
Yeah, right now
at the highest.
Mine's at just under 50. So that's fine.
Yeah. So it's been night and day difference. I also think like I'm getting more. I'm not that many, but I feel like I'm getting more frames. Like when I was playing Destiny, I felt like I was getting like
it's possible
a bit
you
more
were
frames.
It isn't entirely possible you were.
Yeah, I think it's like I think I was getting like if I remember correctly, it's like 10 more frames, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it makes it. Hey,
10 is 10.
I'll take it.
Right.
Yeah, 10 is 10. So, so yeah, I'm so glad I figured that out. I was kind of afraid, like, oh, is my CPU just dying, or is my computer just like on its last leg? Is that why, and I haven't experienced any issues. Like since I switched this out, when did I switch this out? I think it was last weekend, I believe. It was either Sunday or Monday, I can't remember. But it's been going smooth. Haven't had any shutdowns or freezes or anything, which, like I said before, that last week when that happened, that was like the third time it had happened.
Yeah.
So I was kind of getting worried,
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've just been, having the little like the little temperature stuff up, looking at it, just like, okay, it's running smooth. That's great. Awesome. Like I said, it hasn't gone past like 60. Like 60's been like the highest it's gone, which is pretty good. And like I said, this was a cheap little like cooler,
I don't think mine was very expensive either. Like I want to say mine was kind of cheap.
Yeah, this was an Antec, which I've heard of Antec before, but this was like $15, so wasn't not nothing crazy. It's not like it's it's not like it's water cooled or anything crazy like that. It's
Right.
just a regular regular fan cooled with the heat sink.
Heat sink on it with a couple fans attached, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, it has 4.5 out of 5 stars. 66% of the reviews are 5 stars. 23 is 4 stars. So like I was like, okay, I'll take the risk. I'll buy this, because I don't want to buy anything too crazy, because eventually I do want to upgrade my PC, as much as I can.
Well, you can also reuse as well. So
yeah, I'm not quite sure how all that works.
just
Actually, I don't know if I would be able to, because looking at this, this wouldn't work for the newest sockets.
Okay.
The 1200, the LG whatever LGA 1200s that are out now.
Okay.
So, anyways, though, I've been happy about that. Also told you, like, I managed to I unplugged my whole computer, everything, and replugged it, but I set it up to where my computer's in the hallway.
Right.
So there's no noise, and all the heat is in the hallway now, so it'll take a while before for me to actually feel it in this room, anyways. So, and I've kind of got like a curtain in the living room doorway, so that's also blocking sound. So yeah, I'm getting stuff ready. I want to start streaming again. I've been testing some stuff out and
Yeah.
thinking about to get a new mic. Was discussing with you about that.
Right. I've also been thinking about getting into streaming too, and I've also been thinking like, I really need a new graphics card. Like, new games are coming out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna look great on a graphics card I don't have. Because there's leaks of the new Battlefield right now, and I'm thinking like, my graphics card didn't do great with Battlefield 5. It will absolutely do terrible with Battlefield 6. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's also is that their engine isn't the best, right? Like,
no. I mean, the Frostbite engine, though, it's made for Battlefield, not made for anything else that EA forces everyone else to use. Um, but it's
thankfully,
made
Apex doesn't.
for Battlefield. Apex, I don't think does. I think that's kind of like
Yeah,
one of
I said thankfully it doesn't.
right.
I think Respawn they've been able to not have to use it, right?
Yeah,
So that's good.
and hopefully the new Dragon Age won't, because that did not help Dragon Age Inquisition or Mass Effect. So, anyway, but yeah, I'm like, I really would like a new graphics card, but I am not paying, over $1,000 for.
Oh yeah, last tech and gaming episode we were talking about this that
Well, also
one of the topics was
the new GTX 3080 Ti. That kind of got info about that kind of got leaked this past week, and it's supposedly launching like in 2 weeks. So,
yeah,
and it supposedly is going to
very
have
limited stock.
the anti-mining software built into this one, where with I think it was the 3060, they accidentally released a driver that allowed miners to get around it.
Okay. So you won't have to worry about miners snatching them up. You'll just have to worry about all the rest of the
Everybody else, but
PC gamers who want this.
The thing is, though, the rumored price is $1,000. Like, no.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm like, that's the price of a fucking Titan, which is now a 3090, which is $1,200.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully that's like, everybody's going to want a 3080 Ti, and maybe leave some 3080s for everybody else. Nah, that won't fucking happen.
Yeah.
That won't fucking happen, because if they can't make 3080s, what makes people think they're going to make 3080 Ti's?
Yeah. Did the graphics card are they suffering from? You said you were telling me about the chip shortage, right?
Absolutely, that's absolutely like.
Okay, yeah. I've noticed that.
They're 100% affected.
Up a few places. Yeah. Like I have a bunch of like Intel CPUs on my Amazon save for later cart thing, whatever, and they're all like sold out now. And
CPUs are an issue.
Like
I need a new work laptop, and I've been put on a list for maybe 2 months now, and I'm nowhere closer on that list getting a new machine because my company cannot get in new machines. So, I mean, it's affecting my work too.
Yeah, it's just it's not a good spot. Like in the tech world that they need to figure something out to hopefully
Well, there's nothing
resolve this.
there's nothing they can do. Factories are working at 100% capacity. They can't work more.
Yeah,
They can't do more than 100%, or else if they could, then that would be the 100%.
that's true. Yeah. So
And
it's just
you can't build a
it's
factory
just
fast enough to really affect it. And by the time you've made that factory and kept and met up with the supply, now you have a bunch, or met up with the demand. Now you have a lot of supply that you have nothing to do. You can do nothing with. So there's nothing you can do but
yeah.
wait for this to even out.
It's gonna be a while though.
Next year is when people are thinking
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
better. And I'm thinking it's going to be at least 18 months before it's like, okay, you can now buy, a graphics card close to MSRP.
yeah. Was it someone told me the other day that 3080s were available somewhere. They're gone
They're
now.
gone now.
But
but
yeah.
by the time they told you, they were gone.
Yeah. Man. So it's a bit upsetting. Yeah.
I mean, there's that video that I linked you a while ago. It was a live stream of just a bot that was just checking, graphic
Oh
card
yeah.
availabilities.
Yeah. See me, my issue, I I wouldn't want to upgrade my graphics card anytime soon. I'd be okay with sticking with I got the 1080, because I'm not doing like 4K or anything like that. I'm only doing 1080p. I'm more need to upgrade the motherboard and CPU,
Right, but at least like
That's where my bottleneck is.
RTX though, it definitely helps. It's got that streaming chip in it though,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, for sure.
that's definitely going to help with streaming. I mean, even a 20 series, but those are just as impossible to find, and they stand the same price as a 30
Oh
series.
yeah, yeah. God, I definitely understand that. Yeah, just yeah, it's just not and like I said, I have a bunch of those CPUs saved, and they're just all sold out now. And even before they were sold out, they were like overpriced.
Right.
Like
Yeah, if you want to go on
so,
eBay,
it's
they're absolutely being overpriced, and those are being botted by scalpers who are buying those up and selling them for 3 times what they just bought them for.
it's ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah.
3080
Anyways,
3080 for $2,500 on eBay. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
yeah.
So, Loop
Yeah,
Hero
there's
is the game you've been playing.
yeah. Well, no, I did
Oh,
move over to that and
yeah.
was talking about the,
Well, I just
the like
I had I
computer
had
stuff I've been.
I
Yeah.
had I had Loop Hero still highlighted in the images.
Oh,
So,
gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Like
okay.
just dealing with some tech issues as well as the same old gaming. Nothing really new has popped up that's really like, at least interested me and not not a whole lot that I'm kind of looking forward to in the upcoming months, at least
There's
that
a
I know about.
there's a game that's coming out soon, I think. next month. Yeah, next month that has caught my attention recently. Biomutant.
Oh yeah, I heard about.
It's
I've seen that like
THQ
for a
Nordic,
while.
or
Yeah.
it's being published by THQ Nordic. That's coming out next month. I'm curious on that. It's a hack and slash kind of evolving kind of a game, and I'm curious on what that really is.
Yeah, it'd be. That's one I have seen a lot when I'm looking at like what coming soon.
An open
That's
world
been there for a while.
post-apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG with a unique martial arts styled combat, allowing you to mix melee shooting and mutant ability action. I'm curious. So
Yeah. I'm debating on the new Resident Evil or not. I've never really played a Resident Evil before, but I don't know. It just
I know
feels like
what caught your attention with the new Resident Evil, because it caught everybody's attention.
oh, I don't really care about that. I don't want her to step on me
The
like everyone else
9 foot tall
does.
lady.
Yeah, I don't want her to step on me like everyone else does, apparently. It's just a thing where it's like the Resident
A
Evil
little
games
squish
are
wouldn't
like
be bad though.
they're people have really liked the past couple, right? The remake of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And this is,
and people really liked 7.
Yeah, and this looks like I can just jump in and not really need to know a lot of backstory, I think. With the others.
Yeah, I guess yeah, with this, with what they're doing with 7 and 8, it looks like, they're their own thing and not like Chris or Ava. I think of other
Jill.
Jill.
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah. So it'll be also a thing where I can just like be part of the conversation with people who I know who are going to be playing it as well, type of thing. You know. I'm like I said, I'm debating on it, or I'm just not quite sure yet. My PC can run it, so that's a positive. I did do the test for that.
See, they're
canyourunit.com.
Right. And there should be also a canyoustreamit.com.
I don't know
that
if
should
be able to stream it or
totally be a thing.
Yeah, it should be a thing. Yeah. Too bad none of us know how to
Yo, there is. Oh, but it's for movies.
Oh, yeah.
Can I stream.it is a movie search engine apparently.
I use justwatch.com.
That's what I use too.
Yeah. But yeah, besides the Resident Evil, there's nothing really that I know of that excites me.
Yeah, that Biomutant's not till the end of next month, so
yeah. The game I'm looking forward to the most, that I don't even know when it's going to come out, and I don't even really know too much about it. Elden Ring. I'm kind of interested in that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think there's a whole lot of information.
The other thing that George R. R. Martin is doing besides writing a damn book.
Yeah, I think he already wrote the story, so that's all done. That's done for. They were actually working on the game and stuff.
Oh, so. But no. We've talked about this, but he's writing Elden Ring 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, that was the April Fool's thing, right?
I think so.
I feel like that was, because even though the article didn't say at the end, anything about it.
None of them ever do.
I mean, sometimes they do. Sometimes they'll say like at the very end, like they'll say something cheeky about it. But yeah. So that's it. I guess we can finish our news up, right?
Yeah. News. Um, Xbox has allowing people to play the free to play multiplayer games without having gold. So, and there's a list of games you can play online and not have to have gold. It's quite a big list too. Apex Legends is on there. Call of Duty's on there. Destiny is on there. Fortnite. The MMOs that are playable on the Xbox, like Neverwinter, DC Universe Online, Star Trek Online,
ESO.
ESO. Is ESO on this list? It is not on this list.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
ESO is not on this list. But yeah, like it's a good handful of games that you don't have to have gold to play. So if you're only, playing, Apex Legends or Warzone, and that's the only thing you ever play on the Xbox, you don't have to pay your online subscription anymore. You can just play that for free.
Yeah.
Although there are some odd things that have shown up on this list, like like paladins. Like, okay, people play paladins on the Xbox apparently. I know people do on PC, but okay. How about Yaris? Remember Yaris?
Is that still a thing?
It's on the list, as well as Doritos Crash Course.
Wow.
Doritos Crash Course is also on this list.
Yaris was god awful. Oh my god. Like,
Yep.
and it was free,
It was free.
but it was awful. And it's not even like the achievements were easy, you know?
But the achievements were easy on Doritos Crash Course, though. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's one of the few games that I got all of these achievements on. So there's that.
But it was an enjoyable game, Crash Course, right?
I don't
For
remember
what it was.
From what I remember, is you were a dinosaur just chasing down a car or a Doritos truck.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like,
That's all I remember.
for it being a free game, I remember it not being too bad.
Yeah.
Unlike yours.
How about Defiance 2050? Like, I thought that game shut down, but that's on this list.
Remember that game had a sci-fi TV show?
Yeah, and it was gonna be like tied in, like stuff that happened in the show was gonna affect things in the game, and things in the game were gonna affect the TV show. That was, yeah, that did not happen.
I think that show got 2 seasons.
I think it did too, which was amazing because that was a bad show.
3 seasons.
It was a bad show. Did it really?
I never watched it.
I watched a couple episodes of the first episode.
Yeah, 3 seasons. Wow. That show lasted longer than the game did, right? This
No.
the
The game kept going after the show ended.
Oh, did it?
Wow.
Wow.
I want to say the game ended like not that long ago. I don't know, or at least like they stopped developing new things for it. I don't know. But there's some other thing on the other games on this list, like okay, like Hawken, huh? Um, oh, there was another game on this list that was like, really? Oh, where is it? I can't think of the name of the damn game. Valkyries and stuff. It was a huge flop. Had Valkyries that resurrected you. What was the name of that damn game? Too Human.
Oh, okay, yeah. I enjoyed that game. I know. I really actually did.
People hated that game.
I enjoyed the game, but the having to wait to the death animation and the respawn, all that's really, yeah, that sucked.
Well,
But
you can now
I enjoyed it.
You can now play that without having gold.
Okay. And that's also a thing. Too Human is free because it's in a weird limbo where like the company who owned it isn't in business anymore, or there's something weird about it to where it's actually, yeah, that's why it's free on Xbox. Because that was a Dennis Dyack
Right.
game. Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a good number of games on this list. Some are recent, some are quite old. Like Crackdown 2. You know, Crackdown, the game that came free when you bought the Halo 3 demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Another bit of my news. Um, hey, Bobby Kotick, you know, the stupidly rich person who owns Activision Blizzard. Well, the SEC has told him you make too much fucking money, so you need to cut your salary in half. And
your bonuses.
And bonuses, and he's still making way more than anybody else in the company.
It's his bonuses that are giving him that much money.
Yes, his salary is like I was actually surprised how low his salary was.
Yeah, was shocking to me. Yeah,
at 1.75 million. That's his salary. But because of his bonuses, let's see, in 2019, because of the bonuses, he pulled in 30 million.
He was supposed to get his most recent bonus was supposed to be what, like 200 million, I think. That's what I saw in an article.
Sound like I want to say I did read 200 million because I've read this from a couple of different places.
Yeah. The article I saw said like it was 200 million, so half that, still 100 million. Oh my god.
Oh no. What is he gonna do?
What's he gonna do? Yeah. Looks like ramen's on the table or on the menu for him. Ramen made out of gold and platinum.
I was thinking like gold, using golden chopsticks to eat with.
Yeah.
Good God. You know, and of course, you know, this is, you know, oh yeah, he pulled in $30 million while he laid off like 800 people because of they did well that year, so that means lay people off. He can go suck a chode for that.
Nobody likes him
No.
for a good reason, but nobody likes him. And it's weird that he's still like, he's hated so much, but yet he's still.
Well,
I mean, he's kind of forced to do this too, right? Because his
yes.
contract re-signing.
Well, this, like I said, it's according to an SEC filing, that his contract apparently with EA ends in 3 years.
Activision.
Yeah, with Activision. Yeah.
I don't even know who the CEO for EA is, actually.
CEO of EA. Andrew Wilson. I've heard his name. I've seen his face. He is on stage, with stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Was it Bobby Kotick? It's like 2 more years is on his contract, right? The extension or something.
It's an extension.
So, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he'll get replaced in 2 years.
I mean, it's not like he's, he can't afford to fucking retire.
That's true. But, rich people want more money. So.
Especially, because I imagine Bobby Kotick does absolutely nothing. Like he is a CEO that I imagine does nothing and just lets his company pull in the money for him and makes no decisions whatsoever.
Probably so. Yeah.
Like, how can I screw people over and take their money? I know, lay them off and then give me their money as a bonus. Yes.
Definitely not a Phil Spencer situation where he's active and he's doing stuff and he is the reason why Microsoft or Xbox is in a good place.
Right, yeah. You don't see Bobby Kotick on stage at any press conference.
Oh, no. It's for good reason.
I would love for him to show up on stage and a tomato gets thrown.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Let's see. My last bit of news is it's more of a rumor, really. There is a rumor. We mentioned PUBG earlier. Well, the rumor is that PUBG 2 is in development and will be realistic with its battle royale experience.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Well, it's a game that's going to be grounded in realism, not futuristic, according to player IGN.
So it's not going to be a battle royale because that's unrealistic. No.
Well, no, it's not going to be like a lot of battle royales are right now, where like there's some type of futuristic element to them. It's gonna stay the same,
stuff like that,
because PUBG is kind of, it's not unrealistic, and it's in what it does. So it's gonna stay the same. Maybe I don't know, just maybe, and might actually run better. I don't know. I feel like PUBG came out, was huge, and then other battle royales came out and did Fortnite. Better.
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, like, they do better. They run better. They look better, and they've actually changed. They've actually changed from launch to now. Those games have changed drastically, all of them. PUBG, no, it hasn't
See,
changed a bit.
like I remember playing PUBG and it not having too many issues with it, right? And then
I mean, yes, there were issues,
going
just not that stopped you from playing.
well no, it's and then I went back to it like what is like months later or whatever, and for some reason I was having issues, and it's like, how'd this get worse? Like
No, it has gone
this
worse.
was running fine for me, and then you know
No.
this was years ago.
PUBG did not run fine for anybody. It was
I really at the initial initial.
Are you saying it was perfectly clear you had no like graphical issues or funky control issues?
For the most part, no. At the very beginning
Yes,
of us playing
did.
PUBG, I didn't really have
you had as
many
much graphical
major
issues that I did, because we all did.
Like the only issues that I really remember, I mean, on Xbox, yeah, it was garbage. But on PC, it ran for the most part. Maybe that's because I had everything, like I had stuff turned down a lot. But yeah, it just, I don't know. The only issue, the major issues I remember was the driving. Like when you got in a vehicle and everything just no. Remember those bugs where like you got into the vehicle and your frame rate turned to like 3?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it ever looked good, but as far as running, I never had an issue with it running.
Well,
it's not a good looking game, even when it runs well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't remember shit like this?
Not at the very beginning. Like I said, like I remember it getting worse though. Me playing as I played through, it felt like things got worse, and that's just.
Then you're just not remembering better, right, because I remember we both had those issues like that. Like, oh no, I can't even find the building. I can't even. I'm somehow beneath the ground. Okay, now I'm back. We absolutely had those issues.
If you say so. I mean, I remember having issues, but not at the very at when we very first started. But like I said, I had everything turned super low, probably. So I don't know.
No,
I'm not interested in PUBG anymore. Like it was fun.
That's because like it's not changed. That's why I'm saying, like, nothing about it has changed at all. It hasn't changed how the game works. It hasn't. There's still like graphical bugs galore. In fact, like the game runs worse now than it did back then. Even though like I'm on better hardware and the game still runs shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe PUBG 2 is their way to go. Okay, here's these fixes that should be PUBG 1. And maybe it'll go over just as well as the Culling 2 did.
You think it'll be free to play PUBG 2 or?
If it knows what's good for it.
Yeah.
Because like all those games that I just mentioned that are way better looking and play better, yeah, those are all free games.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm no interest in PUBG at all, because like I don't know. I never won a match except for once on Xbox.
Right. Yeah, like PUBG,
and that's only
sucked.
Because
the shooting in PUBG absolutely sucked.
Yeah. I only won that match because now maybe I would have won. Maybe we would have beaten the last team, but there was a team underground and we were above ground, and we got to the very last circle and I was able to survive.
That was on the Xbox, wasn't it?
It was on the Xbox too.
Yeah, I remember you telling that story.
A friend who only had Xbox.
I remember that story.
And I think there's a clip somewhere of it, but yeah, it just, yeah. And we tried our hardest, we played on PC. and it just felt like it. I don't know. I just didn't like the feeling of playing so much and trying so hard. And I even played it mouse and keyboard. I didn't try to do controller or anything like that. I played it mouse and keyboard, and just just didn't feel good. Playing it and as much as
But
I
that's
did, and
not because of
never
mouse and
being.
keyboard. I want you. That's not because of mouse
Oh
and
no,
keyboard.
I'm not
That's
saying
because
that.
the game
I'm
ran
not saying
shit.
that.
That's because the game was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still play on controller though. You have not made the full. You have not made the full conversion to PC gaming. That's all I'm saying.
Because I don't care anymore. I'm just
You
at a
have not
point
made
where
that full conversion to
controllers
PC gaming.
controllers fine enough. It's good enough for me. I don't. I'm
Good
like
enough.
the only competitive games I do play, it works fine with. I'm not going to be playing like Dota or Counter Strike or anything. Rainbow Six Siege, where
Well,
there'd be
you won't be playing Dota
advantage.
again after the Chinese guy yelled at you.
It was Korean, but yes. But yeah, like Counter Strike or Valorant or anything like that, because I'm just not into those games. Those just I don't. I want to play games for fun, not like crazy competitive. And a game like Apex, I feel like I can play with a controller and still compete.
Oh, yeah, I don't actually mean I just have fun harping on the fact that you use a controller. That's all.
Oh yeah.
That's all of my news. You got.
This is the only thing else. I only got one more thing because we talked about Apex already.
Right.
So, the Microsoft store, like the PC side, or I should say Microsoft, they're cutting their PC like take, like what they get.
Mm-hmm.
Their cut. They're lowering it to match Epic Games, which is 12%, right?
Cool.
Versus the like 30% that they used to have and everyone else pretty much has. Steam has, Apple has, I think Google does 30%. Like 30 has pretty much been the typical until Epic came out, because they have Fortnite money and they can take the chance.
Right.
And they cut it to,
Microsoft has Microsoft money, so they can also afford to take that hit.
Exactly. And this will also be maybe a way to help, like, because who buys games? Who buys games on the Microsoft store? Like,
nobody. Like the only reason I get games from the Microsoft store is because they come free with Game Pass.
Game Pass, yes, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it's not. So this isn't really anything life changing, but it's not even going to happen until August. So,
right. What that
seems kind of crazy.
I think this will also help, developers like, okay, we're going to put our game out on maybe exclusively on Microsoft's PC store.
Or maybe not necessarily that, but we're going to put our game additionally on Steam and the Microsoft store, versus not even thinking about putting it on the Microsoft store, because, that's where I kind of see this. Because a lot of people like, what's the point? Why spend this extra little time?
That makes more sense.
This is the reason to spend that extra time putting it out there. Yeah. So, and competition's always good. So,
sure.
Regardless, this doesn't hurt anyone. This only helps. So,
sure. Competition is always good.
Yeah. So it's not going to change Valve. They're still going to do what they do. They're,
I mean, Valve is still the juggernaut PC store, so
yeah, like I still prefer to buy my games on Steam.
Actually, reading this article, Valve actually did drop its cut to 25%.
They did a while ago, but it's like 20. It's like after the first 10 million, it's 25, and then after 50 million,
it drops to 20.
So it only helps like the juggernauts,
So the top 3% of games, according to this article,
yeah. So this doesn't help indies or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, which is the ones who you need to, it's the ones you want to.
Unless your indie is, like Valheim or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you see someone's making a mod to try to turn it into a 1,000-player MMO?
Oh, I thought you were talking about they were going to add necromancy into the game.
Oh no, someone's trying to make like it to where you can have like it's like an MMO server with 1,000 people on it, or I saw something about that.
I mean, there's already community servers that just are up like 24/7.
Yeah, but 1,000 people sounds like a lot. Like, I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I don't know. That might be very interesting to see. You would be literally fighting over resources.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I had. Just a little thing I wanted to put at the end that was like, okay, that's good, Microsoft. Good on you. Hopefully, maybe, get more stuff on the Microsoft Store, possibly, and in theory, maybe develop more relationships with other devs to possibly add stuff to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's all. That's where everything leads. Everything's leading to Game Pass. They're putting all their chips on Game Pass, and it's been paying off. It's been paying off.
Absolutely, absolutely, it has.
I guess that's it for this week's episode 421 of the podcast.
There's something I want to do first.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had something.
I'm gonna do something we've not. This is not tech and gaming related. This is geek related, just straight up geek related, in a tangential way. You'll find out in it. I got this in the mail today. This is something that I ordered back on, March 16th. It arrived today, April 30th. Yeah, I've talked to you about this.
I was telling Steve about this. Yeah. And he's like, oh, sorry, I bought them all.
It finally fucking came. And I'm going to open up this thing on the podcast, on screen, because I think I know what's happened to it. Because, okay. It's a lot of fucking tape. This thing is just full of tape. Like, it's just tape is just all over the damn thing. I bought Jelly Babies, which I know from Doctor Who. And
Tom Baker's
Doctor Who. And honestly, yeah, this is real good for the audio. Just feeling them, I was expecting them to be a melted mess. I'm pleasantly surprised that they're not. Just this congealed ball of goo, because that's what I was expecting. But another thing that I expect, because these are made overseas, not made. Okay, I was expecting these to also be expired, because looking at the 1-star reviews, a bunch of other people are like, I ordered these 2 months ago, and they came in a all melted together, and they were expired. Like, oh
Oh
yeah,
wow. Yeah.
because these are made in the UK. Actually, I think these came from Ireland. Actually, like, oh yeah, they don't make food like we do here. We put preservatives and stuff. Our food lasts forever. Theirs lasts 2 minutes, and then it goes bad. So and because I'm pleasantly surprised, I'm gonna try these on air.
Yeah, I was telling Steve about that you ordered some and like months ago and was waiting, and he was like, "Really? Like I get mine like right away." And
They're
I'm
covered
like,
in
"Well, it's because you bought
like
them all,
powder,
like powdered sugar."
powdered sugar. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
I had no idea what these even looked like.
yeah.
Smells like gummies. They're really soft. Oh my god. I don't know if I like them.
Really, very climactic.
Really, yeah. Like, yeah, there's sugar on them, but like they're not that sweet. And I don't know. Like, the texture is not, it's not like the gummy that I'm used to. It's actually more like I kind of falling apart in my mouth, like just breaking apart into chunks.
Ah,
And there's not as much flavor as I'm used to with American candy. I don't know. I'll definitely eat them. I got
huh.
four bags of them, which are bigger bags
Oh, yeah.
than I expected. I don't know. I may put them in like the fridge or something to maybe harden them up a little bit, because like I said, they're really
Okay.
soft. Like, they're maybe softer than they should be. So,
Yeah, Steve loves them. So
because these were in a shipping container for over a month. So
I'm glad I didn't try to order any, because
I don't
I
know.
would have been mad to have to wait that long.
Well, I actually forgot I ordered them for a while. I don't know. The more I eat them, like, oh well, nope, I kind of like them. You know, I don't. They weren't worth a month of wait, but yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd try something different for the podcast, for the stream.
Okay. Yeah, you can. They're on Amazon. They're like not what you would typically pay for a bag of gummies here, because you are importing them.
Right, but also they're much bigger bags than I expected too. And this is I was expecting like like a Gushers bag or something like that, like a little bitty,
Oh no, they're like a
a fruit snack kind of a thing. This is more of a like
like
a
gummy bear bag.
bag you would find gummy bears in, and this is, I want to say there's even a bigger
Yeah.
bag. Like, there's like this is
Well, there's like you could buy the like bulk versions where they're like 1.5 pound bags and stuff like that.
yeah, and there's also other like, this is when you look up jelly babies, like the most you see is like Bassett's, Like that's kind of the brand you see. But there's also others that make Jelly Babies too.
Yeah.
Like here's your one that says Gustav gummy Jelly Babies, which was it
Yeah.
with
Gustav Jelly Babies 2.2 pound bag, pack of 3 for $33. So if you really love them, you can buy a lot of them. Yeah, I see. Smaller bags. Yeah. So,
or you can
oh,
buy
it's
3
interesting.
packs of 3 for $117.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I'm gonna put these in the fridge and hopefully they'll harden a little bit.
Okay.
So
Uh, I guess be sure to follow us on Twitter at the GeeksFTW, Stuart's at Casual Terror, and I am at Will Play Games _. And we will catch you next time.
and remember, no animals were hard to make this podcast.